Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to learn our lesson 3 Introduction to Databases. In this lesson, we are going to know about what is a database, its use, and some of the concepts that are needed to create a database. Let us move on to the lesson now. In this whole lesson, we are going to learn about the database. First of all, we should know what is a database. Database is a collection of meaningful data stored electronically in the form of tables. Simply, it can be defined as the collection of related tables. Database can be simply defined as the collection of related tables. That is, a database contains many tables that are related to one another, and these tables contains a group of meaningful data. From this database, the computer programs can quickly search, store, retrieve and update the data. Here, retrieve means taking the specified data that we need, and update means replacing the old data with the new data. Already I have told database is a collection of tables. Now we will know about the table. A table is a collection of data stored in the form of rows and columns. A table is a collection of data that is stored in the form of rows and columns. You can see the picture of a table on the screen now. The name of the table is players. In this table, the information about the players are stored in the form of rows and columns. This table has 4 columns, namely player ID, last name, first name and school. And it has 6 rows, that is 6 entries, which means the information of 6 players are given in the table. Understood? Next, we are going to know about the elements of a table. Already I told a table contains a collection of meaningful data. What I have told, a table contains a collection of meaningful data. Each and every information of a player is called data item. What is a data item? Each and every information of a player is called data item. For example, player ID 192027 is a data item. And in last date, Sridhar is a data item. In this way, each and every information of a player is called a data item. There are some keywords and their definitions to be learned here. First one is field. Each column name in the table is called field. Each column name in the table is called as field. Then the second one is data item. Each entry under a field is called data item. Each entry under a field is called data item. Here, the collection of data items of a particular type is a field. A collection of data items of a particular type is a field. This field is the smallest unit in a database. On comparing all the concepts that are available in the database, this field is the smallest unit available in the database. And the third one is record or tuple. It is the collection of logically related fields. Record or tuple is a collection of logically related fields. Each line or row of information is called a record. Each line or row of information is called a record. At last, both fields and records makes the table. Both the fields and records combines to form a table. Understood? In this picture, you can understand all the keywords easily. Players is the name of the table. Next, column name is called fields. Here, players table has 4 fields, namely player ID, last name, first name and school. Column name is called fields. Here, there are 4 columns, that is 4 fields available in this players table. They are player ID, last name, first name and school. and then it has 6 records, that is 6 rows, which means information about 6 players are given in this table, and each entry of those players is called data item. What is data item? Each entry of these players is called a data item. Now we are going to see what is database management system. In short, it is called DBMS. Database management system. In short, it is called DBMS. DBMS is nothing but a system that manages data. What is the use of this DBMS? Why we have to learn this DBMS? What data it will be going to manage? To answer these questions, we'll take a simple example. We'll take an example called activities that are done by a librarian manually to manage the records in the library system. What are all the activities a librarian will do to manage a library system? He will add a new card if a new book is included in the library. Then he will print a replacement card or a new card. Next, he will sort, that is, he will arrange the cards in some meaningful order. Here, sort means arranging something in some meaningful order or in some specified order. Then, he will search the cards to look for the information about a specific book. Then, he will edit the information of the old cards, and here editing means changing the information of the old cards and replacing it with the new one. Finally, he will delete the cards of those books which are discarded. If any of the books are discarded, he will delete those cards. That is, if you don't want any book, you should delete the card of that book. All these activities are done by a librarian manually to manage a library system. It will be more time consuming. Instead of that, if a DBMS, that is database management system, is designed for the library like library management system, we can use that system and do all these activities easily within less time. Not only for managing a library, there are management systems available for managing school, managing college and shopping, then event management system, etc. Next, we'll see about the relational database management system. In short, this is called RDBMS. Relational database management system is defined as a system which stores data in the form of multiple related tables. That is, it stores data in different tables that can be related together. It stores data over number of tables that can be linked together whenever it is needed. It also gives flexibility for viewing database in many different ways. That is, we can see data in the way we want to see by applying some concepts and conditions. Software that are used to create this type of databases are Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL and Oracle. Now children will see the use of relational database management system. See this table. The name of the table is forecast. It has 4 fields, namely city, temperature, humidity and weather, and it has 8 entries, that is 8 records. Now see the second table named place. This table has 2 fields, namely city and state, and has 8 records. Both these 2 tables are independent and has a common field named city. If you want to link both the tables, you can use this common field called city. For example, if you want to find out temperature, humidity and weather of a city in West Bengal, first look at the place table and find which city is in West Bengal. You will see Kolkata. Next, look at the forecast table under city column for Kolkata. For this, there are corresponding entries of temperature, humidity and weather like 34, 65 and sunny. I already told both these two tables are independent and are clearly related. That is, the city name in one table is related to city name in another table. This relationship is the basis of relational database management system. Now recall the definition of RDBMS. It is defined as the system which stores data in the form of multiple related tables. RDBMS is defined as the system which stores data in the form of multiple related tables. Understood, children? While creating tables in the database, we will specify the type of data that is stored. This type of data will be specified based on the information it stores. This is called data type. While creating a table, fields, type of fields and field properties are to be specified as the information. Under the field type, you have to decide the kind of information to be stored under a field name. For example, if suppose you want a field name called first name which stores the name of people, since the name is made up of alphabets only, you will give the data type of this field as text. Like text data type, there are many commonly used data type in the Access database. First one is text that stores alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric means both alphabets and numbers. It stores alphabets and numbers that are not required for calculation. Its size is up to 255 characters. Second one, memo. It stores alphanumeric characters. That is, this is used to give information like synopsis or description. Its size is up to 65535 characters. Third one is number. It stores numeric values that are used for calculation purposes. It stores numbers from minus 2147483 to plus 2147483 These numbers you have to memorize it. Next one is currency. It stores currency data, that is currency values and numerical data used in calculations. Its size is same as the number data type. Next one is auto number. It generates the number automatically in sequential order. When a new record is added to the table, the number will be generated automatically. Its size is same as the number data type. Next is yes or no. It stores the logical values yes or no or true or false. Its size will be 0 or 1. Next one is OLE object. It stores pictures, graphs, sound, video, large Excel sheet or a Word document. Its size is up to 1 gigabyte. Next is hyperlink. It is used to store or insert hyperlink address. Its size is up to 8192 characters. The last one is date or time data type. It is used to store date and time. Now see the example given in details column. If you specify date or time, it will display both date and time. If you specify only date, it will not display the time. If you specify only time as data type, it will not display the date. Long date will be displayed as Saturday, August 11, 2021. It is an example. If it is medium date, it will be displayed as 11 August 2021. If it is a short date, it will be displayed like normal date in the format date month and year, that is DD, MM and YY. Then long time will be displayed with hours, minutes and seconds. Medium time will be displayed like hours and minutes. Short time will be displayed like the railway time. It can display the values for the years 100 to 9999. Now you are seeing the example for each data type. First, admission number. Admission number will be full of alphabets and numbers, so it can be assigned as text data type. Numbers which are not included for calculations can be stored. Similarly for roll number also. Normally name contains only alphabets, so first name and last name can be assigned as text. For date of birth we can use date or time data type. Address is a combination of alphabets and numbers, so it can be assigned as text data type. For the field fees paid, it can contain only two values, either yes or no. If fees is paid, response will be yes, otherwise response will be no. So it can be assigned as yes or no data type. Tuition fees amount will contain only numbers which are used for calculation purposes, so it can be assigned as number data type. Next, performance description. Here we are going to write the detailed description about the student's performance in the class, so it is assigned as memo, which will store all the detailed information about the performance of a student. The last one is student photo, that will be attached from the device. It stores GIF or JPEG file format. It can be assigned as attachments data type. This is an example for data types. Here we are going to the next concept called keys. If you want to display the information of a particular student, it will become simple if we search information on the basis of a unique field. Unique field is nothing but the one which does not have an entry repetition. Now we will see how to set the unique field. Let us take the fields last name and first name. They cannot be classified as unique field because large number of students can have same name, date of birth, tuition fees amount. These fields can be same to many students, so they cannot be qualified as unique field. So we can select either admission number or roll number as unique field because there won't be any repetition entry in these fields. Both these two fields are called as candidate keys. A candidate key can be defined as the one having an attribute or set of attributes that is likely to uniquely identify a record. A candidate key can be defined as the one having an attribute or set of attributes that is likely to uniquely identify a record. Simply with the help of a candidate key, we can uniquely identify a record. For example, in a school, there may be many students having the roll number 27. Therefore, only admission number field will be unique for the whole school. So here admission number is a unique identifying key. This is called primary key. Primary key is defined as a candidate key that one chooses to uniquely identify a record. Primary key is defined as a candidate key that one chooses to uniquely identify a record. Primary key is one of the important definition in the database management system. Roll number is not chosen as a primary key, so it is called alternate key. A candidate key that is not chosen as a primary key is called alternate key. A candidate key that is not chosen as a primary key is called alternate key. Now we have learned the concept of databases. In the next chapter, we will learn about how to manage the database using the Microsoft Access. Your home assignment is to fill your book back exercises and write all the question answers neatly in your note. You will be getting a PDF with this video. With the help of that PDF, you can complete your home assignment. Students, this portion is included in your half-yearly exam, so prepare it well for the exam. Thank you.